All right, it is currently 73 degrees outside. We've had some thunderstorms roll through the area, and we may get another line of thunderstorms roll through the area as well. So just be aware of that when you head out. Be careful out there. There may be some heavy areas of water, standing water, and you may have to drive a little bit slower to get where you're going. I'm hearing thunder right now, so we are getting a little bit of thunderstorm activity rolling through the area. Some of them may be severe, so be aware of that. Right now, I have a very special guest joining me on the phone this morning. You may know him from American Ninja Warriors, and he's also a comedian and a doctor as well, Matt Iseman. And I want to say good morning, Matt. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. It's scary. You guys have thunderstorms and rain out in L.A., pretty much the only wetness we get on a road is when somebody spills their cappuccino.
No kidding. And you've got fog out there, and you can eat the fog probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Or smog.
It's a hardship living with this weather.
It is, yeah. And but also we're going to talk today about rheumatoid arthritis. And
yes.
I understand you suffer from rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, it's a disease I have. For those who don't know, it's an autoimmune disease where your body ends up attacking your own joints, particularly in the hands and feet. I'm one of more than 1.3 million Americans who have rheumatoid arthritis, but I'd like to think you wouldn't know it by looking at me. Again, as you mentioned, I'm a stand-up comedian. I travel around the world. I host American Ninja Warrior, one of the most active shows on television, and I'm one of the ones who's very lucky. I've responded to the treatment with RA, so I like to think I'm leading essentially a normal life with this disease.
That's good. You actually were afflicted fairly young, weren't you?
Yeah, the symptoms started when I was 30 years old, which is on the very low end of the spectrum. It's a disease that typically affects people between 30 and 60 years old, but more commonly women. So I thought of it as an old woman's disease until I got it. And then it became a young, cool guy's disease is what I like to think of it as.
You don't feel like an old woman, do you?
No, I don't. I'm very sensitive. I did cry when I watched The Notebook, but really, no, it's a disease, and that's one of the things I think that's why I like talking about it, is to let people know it can affect people from all different ages and different genders, and to let people know, more importantly, that if you do have RA or if you know someone with RA, there's fantastic treatment out there. There's hope. You can lead a fantastic, normal, fulfilling life despite having this disease.
What are some of the warning signs that you might have this? I mean, you were young when you first found out.
Yeah, it started out, it was a real insidious onset. I started having pain and swelling in the joints of my hands, and that spread to the feet and then to the neck and the back. I worked out my entire life. I was a college baseball player, and all of a sudden I went from working out 5 or 6 days a week. I wasn't able to work out because the pain and stiffness got so intense. Fatigue was another symptom. I ended up going from sleeping about 8 hours a night to sleeping between 12 and 14 hours a day. It was crazy. So now, as a comedian, I could lead that lifestyle. I just thought I was telling too many jokes at night. So it's amazing your ability to rationalize the symptoms. So if you think you have it, it's important to go to your doctor, get tested, get information about it.
You know, the fact that you're able to lead a normal life with this shows other people that it can be done.
Well, that's, it's so often, and that's when I was diagnosed. I remember you look at the textbooks, they don't show pictures of normal people in textbooks. They show people who've been ravaged by the disease, and you begin to think that that's going to be what happens to you. And so I want to let people know there are treatment options. If you go to the website, we've got a website there. It's called creakyjoints.org. It's got fantastic information, a great repository for all sorts of the latest news about rheumatoid arthritis, what research is going on, and just the basic facts about it. So you can get information if you're newly diagnosed.
Well, that's really good, and it's good to bring this out because a lot of people don't know about rheumatoid arthritis, and like you said earlier, they think it's an old person's disease.
Absolutely. They hear arthritis, they picture their grandma gimping around or Joe Namath with a bad knee. This is an autoimmune disease. It has nothing to do with your football career. It can be devastating, but also now with the great treatments, it can be very well controlled. You can lead a normal life. For me, I've actually incorporated it into my stand-up comedy. If you go to creakyjoints.org, I've actually got stand-up comedy about rheumatoid arthritis. So we're trying to dispel some of the stigma and dispel some of the misinformation that's out there.
You know, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, you know?
I laugh at myself a lot, and I think I'm a good target. If you can't laugh at yourself, laugh at me. That's what I would say for people.
Absolutely. And, you know, people need to differentiate RA from, I guess, OA. Isn't osteoarthritis?
Absolutely. Osteoarthritis is the much more common form, and that's the use-based arthritis. That's the thing where football players have worn out their knees, or older people typically have stiffness of the joint. That is not rheumatoid arthritis. This is an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your joints. It's kind of like your immune system is like your drunk college buddy who goes around picking fights with his friends because he doesn't know what's going on. That's my immune system in a nutshell.
Wow. Well, this is good information, Matt. And for people out there that want to know, where can they find out more information about RA? creakyjoints.org is the best place to go. It's a great starting point. They've gathered all the information. There's a great community there, and you can hear stories about people who have RA, real people with RA, people like me. And where can they see you? Are you going to be touring the Funny Bone or any place soon?
Well, right now, the next place they'll be able to see me is on NBC. American Ninja Warrior starts July 1st, Monday night, so check that out.
That sounds like fun. I saw the commercial for it. It looks like
a blast. It's intense. This season, for those who don't know, it's the world's most difficult obstacle course. We have some of the most incredible athletes across America tackling this obstacle course. It's a ton of fun. We're entering our second season. It's bigger, it's badder, it's better. And the women this year are tough. So, guys, if you like tough, sexy women, check out this show.
They're like the American Gladiator chicks? Is that what?
We actually have an American Gladiator. Venom from American Gladiators came out.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've got gladiators, we've got NFL players. Jordan Babineau came out. We've got Olympic gold medalists. We have some world-class athletes attempting this course this year.
And it's NBC, you said?
Exactly. And they can check it out on NBC.
American Ninja Warrior. We will do that. Matt Iseman, a pleasure talking with you. And
much appreciated.
Thanks so much for this great information about rheumatoid arthritis.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. That is, he is Dr. Matt Iseman. He is a doctor, but he's also a stand-up comedian, and he's hosting American Ninja Warrior, too. So we'll have to check that. I did see the preview from American Ninja Warrior, like I said, and I think it looks like it'd be a fun show to watch. So we'll have to see how that is and check it out. Right now it's 73 degrees outside.